Today I want to talk about three problems in business, three types of problems. We're going to go over normal problems, abnormal problems, and pathological problems. This is something that comes up a lot with my team, and we talk about this a lot internally, and it's something that I want to talk to my clients about as well when it comes up. So let's first talk about what a normal problem is, okay? I want to talk about these three problems. Think about you as a business owner, or just as a business owner in general. There are things that in order to grow, you need to move out of. Your threshold of control needs to expand. And I'll do a video on what I mean by the threshold of control. That's a good one. But we want to elevate, right? If we continue to worry about there's no paper in the printer, okay, that's like what? The smallest task in business. If you're constantly worried about buying paper and putting it in a printer, man, you're gonna have a really hard time being the CEO of your business, okay? Being an owner rather than an operator, right? We want to get out of operator mode. If it's something you want to do, a lot of people want to get out of operator mode so they can be an owner and really just run their business day to day, right? So let's dig into normal problems first. So a normal problem, I used a good example already. We're out of paper. Okay, if you have employees coming to you and saying, "Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Boss, we're out of paper. Can you order paper?" First of all, if you're the business owner and you're the one ordering paper, we gotta grow up in business a little bit. We gotta elevate, right? So you need to move on from that phase. That should be, that should be pretty easy to do. Okay, doesn't take much to do that. That'd be a normal problem. So something that you're constantly being bugged with, it's like, man, you're maybe a manager or just an employee. You're smart enough and you're totally able to solve that problem. You do not need my help. I promise you. I hired you for a reason, and that's to handle normal problems. It's also to handle abnormal problems. As a business owner, if you have a decent sized business, you really shouldn't be worrying about abnormal problems all the time. You should, if you have a management team or a manager, that should fall on their shoulders. This could be, chronic miscommunication between departments. So maybe there's a huge holdup on something or a gap that needs to be bridged. That should not be on the business owner all the time. That's what you have a management team for, right? So an abnormal problem would be like high turnover in a specific role. Maybe there's a revenue decline without a clear cause. We got to dig into a little bit. That doesn't really fall along the third type of problem, which is a pathological problem. Abnormal is a little bit less critical than a pathological problem. A pathological problem would be like the building's on fire, or someone's doing something illegal, someone's stealing from the company, or whatever the case may be, and the owner or the manager, the boss, the CEO, they need to know. I need to know right now. I need to know immediately. Once you see that the building's on fire, I need to know. That's a pretty easy one you'll know when you run across a pathological problem. When it comes to abnormal problems, I'm not saying you can't take it to the business owner, but what we like to do in our business with our employees is we have our employees, if you have an abnormal problem, first of all, wait for a leadership meeting. We'll discuss it then at a high level. But what I want you to do is bring me the problem and then bring me three possible solutions that you came up with, right? Chances are you already know if you write down three possible solutions to a problem, you can pretty much figure it out. The answer is probably staring at you right in the face. It's pretty obvious if you just write them down. That will help you as a business owner stop handling these lower level problems when you're just worried about keeping money in the bank to pay the team, right? You're not worried about the printer running out of paper or ink or the trash being taken out. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your time, and you're never gonna elevate to probably where you want to be if you're stuck at that level. So I hope this video helps someone out there, and can't wait to see you guys next time.